Hey, my friends, really glad to have you here. I want to touch on how our client went from years of hypoglycemia symptoms to complete stability in just 6 months. And our client was able to do this even while enjoying the carbs that she had previously cut out that she was reacting to. So, huge strides. If you're new here and we haven't quite connected yet, my name is Isaac Pohlman. I am a registered dietitian, a fellow person with type 1 diabetes. And what we do is we help our clients improve their blood sugar for good. And the way that we do that is we dig down deep into what is going on inside of your body. We are not a one size fits all cookie cutter program where we're telling you to cut out carbs, we're telling you to fast or anything like that. In fact, we're going to help you identify your sweet spots for things like carbs and uncover the root reasons behind why you have blood sugar issues in the first place so that you know the root cause and can get unstuck and see improvements fast. And then number two, we're going to help you revive your metabolism because the metabolism is this secret behind being able to process carbs more effectively so it doesn't lead to that blood sugar instability that many people experience. And so we do that through personalized nutrition and lifestyle shifts that, of course, support that balanced blood sugar, but also you feeling great in the process so that you know how to support your body as a whole without obsessing over food. And then naturally what comes along with that is less confusion, less overwhelm, less of that stuck feeling because you know exactly what works best for your body. And then number three, helping you achieve carb freedom by addressing things like mineral imbalances, which are the main root causes of blood sugar issues that are so often overlooked. And when we can address this, of course, it improves blood sugar stability for good, but it also improves the way that you feel, reducing that need for things like medication. And so if you are ready to balance your blood sugar and really restore your health for good, DM me the word interest. And then from there, we can set up a one-on-one conversation to see if, we're the best team to help you with your blood sugar and your health goals. Now, back to our client, Andree. She was someone who struggled with hypoglycemic symptoms for years. Things like feeling anxious and irritable, weak and shaky before meals, after meals feeling more hungry, never quite feeling satisfied and always feeling like she needed to eat something, especially in like the middle of the night. And as a result of that too, feeling more exhausted, more overwhelmed and trouble sleeping. And at that point, she was cutting out more and more carbs, especially starches. She had tried B vitamin and energy-based supplements. She had looked at exercise and she had worked with, various functional practitioners and naturopathic doctors, but nothing really moved the needle for her, right? Until we started using the Pohlman method. And so here are the three things that we did inside the Pohlman method. And so for Andree, there were a few areas that we hit on for her. What we'll focus on for today is one of the main areas, which was nutrient imbalances and deficiencies, because they were at the root of some of her blood sugar issues, and we'll post those within the video here as well. To identify these imbalances, we use something called the Pohlman Lab Bundle, which is a set of nutrient-based labs that allow us to pinpoint exactly your deficiencies, imbalances, and possible toxicities, especially being for Andree. She had just been through a pregnancy, which uses up a lot of these minerals, and then, of course, plans to have more kids. And one of the biggest things that Andree mentioned to us was these symptoms showed up a lot after her pregnancy. And so that was a huge thing because we know that pregnancy uses up a lot of minerals. And with her plans of wanting more kids, the focus just really, really aligned. And so we found based on the testing that she had a high blood sugar ratio. And this ratio is between calcium and magnesium, both very important minerals. But when this ratio is high, it suggests that your body is very insulin dominant, meaning you're relying heavily on insulin to regulate your blood sugar. And we know when insulin is in excess, when it's too much for what your body needs, it can cause your blood sugar to actually go low. And this really explains why she was having low blood sugars to begin with and why she was feeling more anxious and irritable and weak and sweaty and shaky before meals, is because of that insulin being high. It tanks her blood sugar, and when she's not having something to eat every 1 to 2 hours, you would see why she was getting those symptoms in between. And being more insulin dominant, you tend to feel a lot more hungry. And this is a different situation, for Andree than it was for me. But for me, since my body lacked insulin, I need to supplement with it. And after supplementing with it for, first several months, I was so hungry. Like, I would eat a dinner and I was still hungry. I would eat another dinner, still hungry, another dinner, still hungry, and I would need like 4 meals after, my dinner to feel fully satisfied. And so, again, it's not the insulin's fault, it's responding to the environment that we're giving it. And so if our environment is dictating that we produce a lot of it, well, it's gonna produce this ravenous sort of hunger, and so that's what Andrea was experiencing. And then secondly, we found that her thyroid ratio is quite high. And when this ratio is high, it suggests that your body is not going to be able to take up and use thyroid hormone, no matter how much you're making, or even for some people, like taking in the form of medicine. And this is problematic because your thyroid hormone drives your metabolism and it affects the health of every single cell in the body. And so if you think about every single cell, that's a lot of different cells. That's mental health, that's physical health, and that's lab work. And for Andrea, this makes a lot of sense because she wasn't hungry at the appropriate times. She was exhausted. She was overwhelmed. She had trouble sleeping. She wasn't tolerating carbs. And ultimately, if you have poor blood sugar control, automatically you're going to have poor thyroid health as well, and vice versa. And this was a huge piece to address for Andrea because this was one of the highest thyroid ratios that I've seen. And then lastly, a low adrenal ratio. Now, this ratio is the ratio between sodium and magnesium and reflects the health of your adrenal gland. And if you aren't familiar with your adrenal glands, they are the glands that help your body respond to stressors like low blood sugar and help to prevent those. And so when their function is reduced, like someone with a low ratio like Andrea, it suggests that they will have a more difficult time keeping their blood sugar from dropping and therefore be more susceptible to lows. And so this explains the inability to prevent that low blood sugar no matter what she tried, no matter how many carbs, supplements, doctors that she saw, because if we can't stop it from happening, we're going to stay stuck in this cycle. And so as a result of balancing out her minerals, Andrea is no longer experiencing those hypoglycemic symptoms. She is emotionally and physically stable. She's more energized. She's more satisfied after eating. She's eating carbs without low blood sugars, including the carbs that she had previously cut out, like the oatmeal and rice. She doesn't have any tingling fingers anymore. And she also knows how to support her whole body outside of just nutrition. And I know we talked about minerals here, but there's so much more to mineral balance than just making sure you're eating the appropriate foods or taking the appropriate supplements. It's also developing a routine and a lifestyle that enables your body to hold on to those minerals so you're not wasting through them, right? And so if you want to balance out your blood sugar for good, like Andrea, and really restore your health, message me the word interest. And then from there, we can set up a one-on-one conversation to see if, we're the best team to help you with your blood sugar and your health goals.